Hello, I'm your girl Michelle Hope Walker. Let me date this video. You all know how I like to date videos. It's very important. I think date and time of activities are very important. One, for proof and evidence. Two, so also when you look back, which we all should always assess things and do analysis where we look back on, on different things. So you may look back on, your journals or something, and you look back on how you felt around that time. It's good to know the date. What year was that when you felt that way? Because of course we change and progress and change our thoughts on issues. But anyway, so today is Saturday, and it is November 24th, 2018. So that means, I guess it's been 2 days past wrapping up Thanksgiving. And hopefully you watched my other videos and you got some good tips and you had a very good Thanksgiving with the family and everything went good with friends and, everything. I think I give some very good tips. Again, you can just go back and watch the other videos. That's YouTube, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. YouTube, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. Oh yes, today the Paley Center here in Beverly Hills had a great Christmas type celebration. It was awesome. I enjoyed it. I love the Paley Center. If you've never been by the Paley Center, that's spelled P-A-L-E-Y, and then center. There's one here in Beverly Hills, and there's one in New York. I know those two for sure. And they have different events, so you can Google and find out more about them. But a great place, and always have different activities going on. Okay, so this video is wanting to say thank you, Atlanta. Thank you. I was just recently in Atlanta. And shouts out to Atlanta too, where they're about to have the Super Bowl. And then Jermaine Dupri, who I've been around plenty of times, especially when I lived in Atlanta, and got a chance to actually talk to. It was pretty cool. And actually, he was out in our Christmas parade. Was it last year? He was out here in Hollywood. Christmas parade. I think it was last year, year before. But so kudos to Jermaine Dupri, where he is, I think, executive producer or something of the sort for the activities. There are going to be free activities too. So those of you all that live in Atlanta that's going to the Super Bowl, it's free activities a whole week, if I'm not mistaken, of the Super Bowl. So before the Super Bowl, Jermaine's going to have it set up with all kind of great entertainment and all kind of different things because that's what he does. So shouts out to Jermaine Dupri. Also, think they just celebrated, I don't want to say the wrong amount of years, but a lot of years of So-So Def. So shouts out, yeah, because I remember So-So Def. Oh my gosh. I used to love the So-So Def mascot. Oh my God, I used to love the mascot. But one thing I always liked Jermaine Dupri on, one, because you all know I've studied music industry, copyrights, music law, artist myself, rap, sing, write, manage, all kind of different stuff, related to music industry. I've worked a lot of different jobs in the music industry. But, so I'm one that I observe and assess different things. And one thing I can say about Jermaine Dupri that I remember that I always liked, he has always been big on promotion. Always been big. Matter of fact, I think a lot of the larger companies stole his concepts. They don't like to use the word steal, but I'm like, no, you stole them. But anyway, it's like the waffles. I'm going to get back to Jermaine. But also the waffles, the chicken waffle, how they had the one on Peachtree down in Atlanta. I was sad to see it's gone off Peachtree. And then we have... was Roscoe's the one, or is it Roscoe's out here in Hollywood, the chicken and waffle house? But anyway, Lord, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh gosh, these people make me laugh. Kentucky Fried Chicken now is doing chicken and waffles, and in their commercial they have the Colonel dancing with the ancient mama. Lord, these people. I'm a comedian, but I'm telling you, they must have some comedic writers in their writing room. I'm just like, if this is not hilarious. You got the Colonel picking up Ancient Mama and spinning her around. I guess it's part of unity too, uniting, but at the same time, they even stole the idea. the concept of the chicken and waffles. I mean, I remember already he was out here, what was it, in Beverly Hills or somewhere in LA, that someone was selling the same thing as Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And they had them on TV because it's like, well, this is the same thing. Don't you feel like you're taking their idea? And they were like, well, no, we're just serving chicken and waffles too. Or on one part, they sort of did say yes, but it's not going to stop them. I'm like, these people are hilarious. But anyway, back to Jermaine. So, and them stealing a lot of Jermaine Dupri concepts, because Jermaine used to come in and bring his own promotion. He would bring his own people. So when we talk about now paid extras, paid audiences, paid people, because for a lot of these events, there are people that are paid to be in the audience. Don't get me wrong, other people have bought tickets, and other people have, want to come and came, just on their own. But a lot of people are paid to be in the audience, to make the audience be full and stuff like that. I don't know, Jermaine was paying, but I think I did one time here. Yeah, one of the events, I had met someone at one of the So Deaf, where So Deaf had came and done something, and I remember the guy was saying, right, that they were getting paid, But I love that he would bring his own promotional team. So anything he had something to do with, you would have like 50 people. You would have them with it. That's when the things were coming out where they put the video, the TVs to their body, and it would show the video. They had the mascots. They would have the signs back in the day, So Deaf and their artists. I mean, I loved how he would just come in and do that. I mean, you knew So Deaf was in the house. They had great promotions, And then, like I said, soon after, you start seeing a larger label doing the same thing, and everybody else picking up the concept. I mean, not that other people cannot pick up a great concept. I guess I'm just always on, say where you got the idea from, You give credit to people. It's a lot of things. I know in my hometown area where I was pretty much raised, Decatur, Illinois. I did a lot of events and different things for a lot of other people were doing them. Now I always have given homage to our Phil Jones, PJ, who's now passed away, but our Chubby Mitchell. Even taking it back to Lil Boogie, when Lil Boogie used to have stuff out in the park and have us all dancing and pop locking. I was still young in the pop lock era, but I remember them doing that at the park and stuff. But then I came and I started doing a lot of the events where we put community stuff with it, and we, even Christian concepts with it, and we would have talent shows and different things like that, and I would have R&B, basketball games, hip hop versus, just all kind of different stuff. Now I'm sure it wasn't new for the whole world, but for our area, a lot of people weren't doing that but me. You know what I'm saying? And then, I started seeing, because again, with my hometown, I've lived in Atlanta, I lived out here in LA, I've lived in Mississippi, I've lived different places, but now I'll come back through town and do stuff, or I go back through and live in Decatur, Illinois, I'll do some stuff. And I don't know, even sometime I'll go through it and I'll see the exact replica of what I used to do. No homage or credit to me or nothing. Matter of fact, sometimes you go in town and they look at you like, who are you? I'm like, Heather, I'm the one that first did this event before y'all started doing. Y'all got this idea from me. Matter of fact, I think I had someone that even wanted to do a Hope Records thing. I'm like, that is my company. How are you going to do a Hope Records thing without asking me? Do you know I will legally have an attorney send you a cease and desist letter? What is going on with you? And it's not just a kid. That's just what people do. They just will pick up stuff and steal it. I mean, it's like, again, we all will draw ideas and concepts from one another. But I'm just like, pay homage to people. Say something of where you got it from, or something, Then don't disrespect the person that you got the idea from when you were around them. If anything, be like, thank you. We appreciate all what you, because you've done it, we were able to do it. You gave us the idea. So anyway, Atlanta, thank you, Atlanta. Y'all know I will talk about a little bit of everything. So these videos will have a topic. They have a title, but it comes some everything on this video. Try to keep it down to 30 minutes under. But you don't know what you're going to hear on these videos. But anyway, so go back and watch some of the other videos. Again, my YouTube is Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, and that's Michelle with 2 L's. So Michelle Hope, Hope, Walker Speaks. There you go. So again, excited about Jermaine. Yeah, and another thing I like about Jermaine is Jermaine didn't have a big roster of artists. He would have a small number of artists, so he could dedicate his time to them. You know, because sometimes, to me, some labels, you know, they have so many artists, and then there's some artists that are actually missing out and losing out because the label doesn't have time to, you know, either they're competing with the other people on their label for the attention of the label to promote them more, do what, you know, and, you know, so he always, you know, he didn't do a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying? But the ones he did do, he really focused his attention on, and he went all out, you know. And I'm sure the reason why he didn't have a large roster because he wanted to make sure that he dedicated the time and gave everyone the promotion, different things that they needed, you know, to succeed. So that's a good concept for some of you all out there that's in music industry and doing music. Don't get so many artists just to be gobbling up artists like Pac-Man. You can't even do nothing with them. They just sitting on your label because you don't have time for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have hired a whole bunch of people that can also work with all these artists that you can hire. And then I learned too in the music industry, shouts out to Georgia State University where I went to school and I studied the music industry. Shout out to Ludacris, who, you know, is Chris in class, who I took classes with Georgia State University. Matter of fact, we were in a group together. We were working on a rap paper together, so that was awesome. But we also learned about the concept on how, I think this might have been music law, though, that where labels would just rack up a whole bunch of artists, especially artists who they think who are similar to theirs, and never put that artist out. That's why sometimes it is not always good to get with a big label. You know, some people be so, oh, but the big label. Oh, but, okay, you know, one, two, that you might not get a whole bunch of money. Yeah, they're going to give you that little credit card to help keep you looking good because it's hard to sell artists that maybe don't look in some type of way. You know, they got to be able to sell you, so they're going to keep you with clothes and, you know, hairstyles and, you know, stuff looking good. But as far as pocket money, you know, having your own money, you know, because you got to remember, too, everything that the label's spending on you, they charging you back for it. So as you make money, in a sense, that money is paying back for everything that you are buying. That's why a lot of artists have gotten smart. And sometimes like, oh, you need to buy. You're like, no, we're not buying. I don't want that. I don't need that. Because they know it's really like their money. It's not that the label's just being so nice buying them all this stuff. This is going to come back out, you know, of their sales and different things like that. You know, so they're like, no, I'm good. But on how big labels would sign, I don't know if they still do it now, but allegedly they would sign a whole bunch of artists and only put a few out. And some of those artists never got put out. And actually, that was a trick so that artist, they bought up that artist so that artist would not compete against the key artists that they were planning on putting out. Isn't that dirty? Ooh, wow. Because they would give them like exclusive things where they couldn't go work with someone else. That's why I tell y'all, read y'all contracts. Y'all be able to talk about, I'm signed. I'm like, I hope you read your contract. Because if your contract say anything about in perpetuity, that's forever. You're going to be with that company forever. You're going to owe them money and pay them forever, ever. That's the song. Was an Outcast. Ever. Ooh, but they will put that in there. You got to watch the words exclusive. You know, if I'm going to be exclusive, you better pay me a lot more money. If I can't go work with some other people and do some other stuff for a certain amount of years, you best to pay me a lot more. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta, and don't always use their attorney. Some people just think attorney's attorney. No, you gotta have an attorney that's working for you on your side. So again, thank you, Atlanta. I learned a lot in Atlanta from my college classes at Georgia State University. I graduated from University of Illinois. Now I could have graduated from Georgia State too. Sometimes I think about going back and getting my BA from there too, because I had so many credits at Georgia State University and then so many credits at University of Illinois. But I ended up graduating from University of Illinois. I got enough credits to have a doctorate degree. Okay, but anyway, Atlanta. So shouts out to Atlanta for that. But also, as I was there, you know, when I go into places, a lot of times, you know, I'm telling y'all now, I just keep it real. I do the cheap way out. I mean, basically, I am flying in to do what I got to do and planning on flying right back out. I try to get my tickets, for the bus tickets, plane tickets, as close to the time I need to leave right out as possible. You know what I'm saying? But then because I'm also going the cheap route, because for me it's just about getting there. I don't have to pay $1,000 ticket to get there. I can get there for $60 ticket. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind waiting in the airport if I need to wait in the airport, for layovers or whatever is a cheap ticket. So then sometimes I have to come back when the tickets are a little bit more cheaper, or whatever the case might be. So then sometime after you've done everything you need to do, when you go to a place, you got all this extra time, and you just sort of like, but I have met some great people in Atlanta that was just so kind and really looked after me. Because also, I stayed in a hotel, let's see, I did one night this past time oh God, the hotel was so nice. It was right there by the stadium. Oh my God, and the people were nice. Because some of these hotels, shout out to Hilton, because I had like a little Hilton card, and everything, so shout out to Hilton, but so Doubletree is a Hilton, and I learned that Hilton had a lot of other hotels up under there. But some of the places I went were not really all that nice and wasn't really that friendly, and one trying to open the door to let you stay there. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's why I said when I seen that Green Book, now I know the movie Green Book, they're also talking more about the relationship between, the two main characters. But also, read your history, because back in the day, blacks did used to have a certain book of where they could go to when they traveled down south, because not every place would let them stay the night there or let them eat there. So they had put together a book that was safe, safe places, and places where blacks could go, that would allow them to go to, and that was safe. I'm like, we need a Green Book now. You have blacks discriminating against you. I'm just like, and it is so disheartening to me to see blacks discriminate against. In Atlanta, considering that, majority, I think it's still majority black, most in Atlanta. But you see a lot of black on black discrimination. I love Atlanta. I've lived there for years. I got a lot of history in Atlanta. I go there. And it's just sad, because it's just like, why would you discriminate? I don't know if it's because of how you feel a person look, or you feel a person have money or not money, whatever, I don't know, or because they don't look like you don't think, or, and how some of these people, well, I thought it was somebody, or that ain't nobody. Well, first of all, I feel like everybody is somebody. I hate to hear people like, oh, that ain't nobody. Well, what do you mean? Yes, that is a person. It may not be the person you were looking for at that time, or that you wanted to see at that time, but that person is somebody. How rude and mean. Somebody, So anyway, so on some of the other nights where I'm just basically out floating, I met, and there was some black men that really helped undergird me and took me in, and I think some of these men were homeless, but they were so sweet and so nice. It's like they showed me the way. They protected me. If anybody came around me that was, skeptical, what's the word? Pervert type. It's like they looked at them like, no, you're not messing with this one. I was like, I just think about them. And I'm like, when I get a whole bunch of money, I'm going to go back and just give them a lot of money. That was just sweet. They didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say some of you all that may have your little nose turned up, because again, what they call Hollywood, Atlanta, the black Hollywood. Okay. I'm glad to see a lot of movies now being made in Atlanta and stuff like that. But blacks in Atlanta, not just in Atlanta, but every day, you still got to undergird each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen even sometimes how some blacks was mistreating them. Like, it was this one guy, he was, and I could tell he went in and out. Y'all know how people go in and out mentally. But he was nice, and he looked after a sister. You know what I'm saying? I stay prayed up, and, you sort of got discernment for me. I'm not too quick to be afraid of people. Now, I've learned that I do have to, be looking out. And I learned that out here in LA, you know what I'm saying, that you do have to watch, some people that can be mentally challenged, deeply mentally, they say we're all mentally challenged in some type of way, but those that are just, you can see it. that, you know, because I'm friendly and loving to everybody and kind, you know, but sometimes you do have to watch it because sometimes when they're in and out, they can snap off and do something to you, and bless their heart, they won't really get in trouble for it because, you know, they mental, you know, that's up to you who are not as mental to stay out their way so that you don't get hurt. Because I seen that, I was riding a bus, and this is a guy I had seen all the time out here. I spoke to him, talked to him many times, and we were on the bus, and I did hear him kept telling this guy, you know, on the bus, train, you're going to be crowded. That's why I said, really, it's sort of hard to get on buses and trains and talking about, get off me. I mean, no, you don't want, now, if the bus is empty, which I had this experience, and a guy is all up on you, at that point, you can't sort of be like, there are some seats over there. Why is you still standing up right behind me? Like, you know. But when it's packed, I mean, it's packed. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So when it sort of gets touchy, you know, you have to sort of, that's when you got to let your space parameter type go, you know, in a sense. Because it's crowded. So that's one of those days. It's crowded on the bus. But I did hear him kept saying, you know, hey, get off me. You're too close to me. But they were sitting and the seats were, I mean, that's how the seats were. You know, they were right close. And I'm telling you, we got to one stop, and I guess he had hauled off and hit the guy next to him. It was an older man, but it's hard, and he didn't know what was going on. And I learned right there, I said, oh, okay, I see. They go in and out. You know, so you can't, you know, you just got to stay away, you know, just don't get too close. When they talking about you need to just scoot back if you can, or get away, you know, because they can haul off and hit you sometime. But I never forget also one bus here, now this was an older lady, and she was sort of talking again, you know, how sometimes they get to talking a little, you know, different ways, you know. Sometimes I like listen to her, because sometimes they speaking some truth. I'd be like, somebody probably drove them nuts, and maybe they were standing up for rights. Because sometimes when you stand up for good, they try to do all kind of crazy stuff to you, you know. I said, you know, because sometimes they do be speaking some truth, and they be talking about the race issues and about what the little secret society, Illuminati people stuff doing. They be having some points. But anyway, so anyway, she was in her world talking, and she said something to this young girl. I don't know what, and the young girl literally ended up fighting the older one. You know, so, you know, you have to be careful, because these kids, some of these kids, they don't know, okay, and their parent didn't teach them that, you know, this person might not, you know, have everything up there, so you want to just give them space, just don't, you know, ignore them, you know, whatever. Now, again, you shouldn't be letting nobody hurt you. You know, somebody's coming after you, yeah, you do need to get security, or at least somewhere, you know, you got out their way and they still coming after you, I mean, you know, because they still don't have the right to hurt you. But anyway, so this guy, but he was so nice. He was so nice. You know, and after watching him for a while, seeing what he was doing, and he read me, and he was, you know, I was like, oh, so those are the people I really want to say thank you to. Because, yeah, you may have your Black Hollywood there, but they ain't about to help me. They are not about to help you. I'm telling you, they will look at you, and they may talk about you. But Black people, we got to stop that black on black just going in on folks. One thing that gets me about Black people is how they will go in on each other, but when I talk about another race, and most definitely I'm going to talk out loud about white people to white people. I mean, my thing is, if you mean, then be mean to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just don't feel so comfortable being mean to your own race. You know, which a lot of times that has something to do with self-esteem. If a Black person don't really feel happy with themselves, or think that they're nobody because they're Black, then they would treat other Black people that way, because they feel like, okay, well, you're Black too, so you're nobody. Nobody really cares about you either, so I can dog you out and get away with it. Now, our overall society has something to do with that too, that sometimes it does seem like that people do things to Black people, they don't pay as much attention to it as they would. Like I have mentioned how we still trying to figure out what happened to Kim Porter. You know, I was watching the news, and all the news said is that she passed away, and somebody she had bronchitis, but they really don't know what happened, and then the news just went on. And I was like, ooh, wait, you know, that's some type of Illuminati secret society. What is going on? And then I haven't heard anything else. Now, Kim was a model. She has kids by Sean P. Diddy Combs, Sean Puffy Combs, Sean Love Combs, whatever name, because you know, he switches nicknames, but you know. And then the oldest child was by I Be Sure, which he been posting all kind of pictures. Shout out to I Be Sure. If nobody else misses Kim, I Be Sure. But don't get me wrong, I haven't seen Diddy's post, so I don't know what Diddy has been posting So he could be posting a lot of stuff too. But no one's trying to figure out. Now let Becky come up dead, and and Becky is the reference that when I say what's the girl name? Beyonce has someone giving us for white girls, Becky. So let the white girl come up dead, and nobody knows what happened to her. We would still be hearing about this on the news that they're trying to figure out. Now, don't get me wrong. Overall, sometimes when women come up dead, period, sometimes they're not as into trying to figure out what happened to us. And that's because we live in a patriarchal type society still. It's changing, but like I said, that's the same. Like I talk about blacks mistreating blacks. Sometimes you got the women, no matter what race they are, mistreating other women. You know what I'm saying? Where, a man come up missing, we're going to see news every day. Where did he go? Who killed Tom? Especially if it's a white man. Who killed Tom? We're trying to figure out, So, I just think, blacks need to stop doing that. Stop. Just stop. I need to do a video on that one. Blacks stop mistreating other blacks. And then they get mad at the black girl that was on, I want to say Phil Donahue. My grandma used to watch him, Dr. Phil. Okay, well, still like a Phil Donahue, but he's Dr. Phil, different person. So Dr. Phil. But I'm like, but you know what? You don't know what experience that black girl may have had with other blacks. She might have been bullied by nothing but blacks, and maybe other races treated her better. I think that happens to all of us, but what we have to do is we don't want to then blame our whole race, because again, it's different types of blacks, just like it's different types of people and all kinds of different races, In my jokes, sometimes I'll be looking at, okay, what type of black are you, Are you the, black that's respectful, know the history, or are you the black like dog people out and mistreat other blacks, or what black are you, type of black are you? But, so anyway, thank you. And I don't know if these people ever see this video, but these guys, they did Black Men Took Care of Me. I have to say, because basically it was more black men out there on the street in this chain of the staying up all night long homeless move than women. I did see one woman, she kept the cover up, so I don't know if she was black or what, but she would like scream if anybody even got close to her. But I was like, okay, that's smart though. She began to loosen up a little bit with me. I know she started getting a little relaxed, but it's hard. I mean, we see women out here on the streets in LA all the time. I mean, yes, I do see where Atlanta has a large population of homeless people, but LA still has a whole lot. And they do have women and kids out here on these streets. I didn't see a lot of women. I most definitely didn't see a lot of women and kids out on the streets in Atlanta on my 24-hour out night stay. But it's very educational, But yeah, thank you, Atlanta. Thank you to the man that took care of me, kept me safe, guided me, helped me on what to do for the hours when it got late and everything was closed. And he's like, all right, what do I do now? Didn't have the money to pay that high hotel fee, and the little change I did have was not going to pay. For me, it's about getting to where I need to get to. I'm not always about the money, because I know some people are like, oh my gosh, you must have a lot of money. No, I don't, boo. But wherever I feel led I need to be or go, I get there. God takes care of me, and I get back, And again, I'm not materialistic. I own that thing that when I go places, I got to stay in 5-star hotels, and I don't have to do all that, I really don't, Now for my health, I do try to get sometimes some type of hotel, but I do like being a clean hotel. So sometimes I don't have to spend a lot more money on a hotel than usual. So I ain't staying in no bug hotel. I'm not staying in no roach bug hotel, no bed bug hotel. No. That's where sometimes I'm like, you know what? Matter of fact, I was in a hotel in Atlanta. I was going to say, and I was like, nope, I got my money back. I was like, nope, I will stay outside if I stay in this motel with these critters. Nope. No. Like outside is more safe. At least I could see those critters and kill them before they get to me. But I didn't even really see critters outside. I don't know what's up there, Atlanta. Y'all don't have bugs outside. Okay, anyway. Anyway, thank you, Atlanta. And thank you, Atlanta, for all you've done, because I've done so much in Atlanta. Recorded music. Worked with so many different people in the entertainment industry. But again, this was just talking about my last time that I was just recently there, actually earlier this month of November 2018. I just want to say thank you to these great men that helped take care of me and, take care of people. When you see homeless people, give to them and help them. Are nice people. Just because they're homeless, that don't mean that they're bad people. You know what I'm saying? So take care of people. And again, thank you guys for taking care of me in Atlanta. I really appreciate you. Oh, and I got a chance to see Wanda, V103, and Ryan Cameron and Magic at Radio 1. I was excited about that. All right, God bless. Oh, and head back. God bless.